Curt, a lot of people will know you by your legendary football career, so many years with the Seattle Seahawks.
Thank you.
But your family history is something that for a very long time, I know you kept to yourself. Why did you both, Ana, you as well, feel as though what you have been going through as a family was something that you wanted to share?
We were dealing with behaviors and issues, and we just did not know pretty much what to do, where to go, who to consult, because until the diagnosis of autism, we were probably considered bad parents or bad parenting.
For a long time, we were in a survival mode.
Yeah.
We were trying to keep our family safe and trying to keep the boys safe. We kind of isolated ourselves.
And it's hard for guys to talk about things that are personal. I know for me it was, and it still is to this day, which kind of led to writing the book.
The book, The Warner Boys, Our Family Story of Autism and Hope. I'm curious who you've been able to reach through the release of this book.
Many
Families.
and that deal with the same kind of behaviors, the same issues. Usually you hear stories about autism. There are, kids recovering or high functioning, kids with autism and Asperger's, wonderful stories, but the other side of the spectrum is not talked about it.
I know the boys were diagnosed, Austin and Christian, in 1999. How has awareness around autism and spectrum disorders changed since then?
There's commercials on TV. You can find it online and information. The only thing that I think is more challenging is these kids will grow up.
Yeah.
They are not, it's not something that you grow out of it. And the services stop when they leave high school to 21 years old.
And aging out is something that we so often hear about, but are there enough resources out there to help families like you?
We could give you a list of things, and we would be talking for quite some time with regards to the specifics, but
vocational, I think that's the part that they need to have a 3D life. They need to have a way of be productive adults. They can work. Companies need to start hiring more people with disabilities.
What is your message to other parents out there who are at the beginning of a diagnosis? They may be in the middle of it, or they may be where you are with kids who have aged out of the system and are now adults.
We would like to see the autism arena become a little bit more
united,
but yet at the same time, we know that there's things that are going on. This is a movement. It's not one of those things that's going to go away. And we need some unification inside of the autism community, but we also need this thing to get a little bit more traction.
What role does your faith play in providing you comfort and strength?
Oh,
well, it's the foundation.
Yeah.
I mean, without it, I don't, I don't even know. I couldn't even imagine where we would be without our faith and our support and our friends.
Autism has brought us to our knees many, many times.
And it still does.
And it still does. And so we have to rely on our faith.
And the Lord is good, and He keeps us. He keeps us, in His hands, in His presence all the time. We may not know it, but He's there.
And I'm wondering the lessons that you learned playing football on the field and how you've been able to apply those to your life and to your marriage and to your parenting.
Well, I would tell you that the days on the football field were wonderful days, were tough days, were rewarding days, and so on and so forth. It's nothing in comparison to dealing with twins on the autism spectrum. I thought I was a tough guy. But I've learned that I'm maybe not as tough as I think I am. I think those lessons that I learned on the gridiron have helped. It's given me the ability to be persistent,
Not give up.
To not give up. This is a game of life more so than it is just a game of football. And when you're dealing with a game of life, things are a little bit more, can be a little bit more difficult at times.
Well, we will leave it at that. Curt and Ana Warner, thank you both so much for your time, for sharing your family's journey with us. I wish you all well, a Merry Christmas. God bless.
Thank you.
Thank you very
Merry
much.
Christmas.
We appreciate it.